There we go. Okay. Okay. Again, we're going to talk about risk management. We're going to provide an overview of 3 different topics, DMC, livestock gross margin, futures and options, and the Dairy Revenue Protection Program, and hopefully leave a little bit of time at the end for questions and answers. So we're talking first about the Dairy Risk Management, the DMC program. One of the things we want to talk about and address is that dairy farm economics, as anyone who's in the dairy industry knows very well, it's been very volatile and likely will continue to be that way well into the future. And so hopefully we'll be able to provide you with some information and tools that you can use to minimize that risk and improve your bottom line. And it's important before beginning any of these tools is to understand your cost of production and what is it costing you to produce each of those 100 weights of milk. And not just those out-of-pocket costs, but all the costs involved with producing that milk. And so we have some resources that may be of interest and help you to do that. One of those is the OSU Extension Farm Business Analysis and Benchmarking Program, which Diane Shoemaker heads up. Our OSU Extension Farm budgets, and there's links available for each of these, but the budgets have been updated. Those are updated annually for our corn, soybeans, and wheat. And the OSU Extension Dairy Resources page, dairy.osu.edu, is a terrific resource of dairy-specific information that University and Extension produces. And of course, would encourage you to speak with your lender, your accountant, and your extension educator as you begin planning for the next year and well into the future. So the Dairy Margin Coverage Program, or the DMC program, was authorized in the 2018 Farm Bill, and it replaces the MPP program that was first presented in the 2014 Farm Bill. While it's a voluntary program, you do make a one-year commitment when you sign up for the program, and you can cover at the $9.50 coverage level up to 5 million pounds of milk. If you're producing more than 5 million pounds or want to cover more than 5 million pounds, you can also cover that up to the $8 coverage level. The DMC program is available to all dairy producers. That could include single operators, or if there are multiple people in an operation who are producing milk, they're eligible as well. You do need to have a production history with your Farm Service Agency office or be able to establish one. There is a $100 administrative fee. Now that fee can be waived if you fall into one of these categories: limited resource farmer, you're a veteran farmer, beginning farmer, or socially disadvantaged. That is a $100 administrative fee. You can also select coverage at the low end at $4 up to $9.50 per hundredweight. And you can select coverage in increments of 5%, from 5% at the low up to 95% of the high at the high of your historic production. And the DMC program, if you enroll in that, you're also eligible for the LGM and the DRP programs as well. So what are the fees? At the low end, it's the what's called catastrophic coverage. That's the $4 fee or $4 coverage level. And the fee for that is $100 that's paid annually. So if you go above that $4 fee, you're going to pay $100 annually plus a premium. And so this slide on the left-hand side shows the coverage level from $4 up to $9.50. And then we have 2 tiers. Tier 1 is for production up to 5 million pounds, and Tier 2 is production over 5 million pounds. So the $4 level, there's no premium at either of those tiers, but you can see those premiums as they increase for each of those up to the $9.50 level. I would note that on the over 5 million pounds or Tier 2 level, that coverage is up to $8. So you can see how those premiums are identified. And then the DMC tool, I'll show you a website address here in a moment, but there is a selection tool that you can use that allows you to go in. You'll see on this slide, it shows annual historic production. So you can put in whatever number is appropriate for your farm, and you can select your percentage coverage level up to 95%, and then it will show you how many pounds of production that you're covering. And then on the right-hand side, you see those Tier 1 and Tier 2. In this one, the Tier 1 is highlighted because we're just covering 5 million pounds of milk, but we covered it at the $9.50 level, and it shows you the premium that you would pay for that at that level. So you can go in on this tool, kind of look at what sorts of historic production numbers make sense for you, what coverage percentage makes sense, and see what that's going to cost you over that contract. And then another feature of that coverage tool is you can look back historically, and I just put in here the start year of 2013 up to 2020, and it shows you the numbers of months, the number of months with a payout, premium per hundredweight, and gives you some data that you can look and see, okay, what would be the cumulative net indemnity for that? So it helps you in your decision-making process as you look at what makes sense for me. Right now, that 950 level seems to make the most sense for most producers, I do believe. So again, just knowing your cost of production is important. That's the first place to begin. Again, talk with your lender, extension professionals, accountants, and use some of those tools that are available to you to understand what that true cost of production is. The DMC Dairy Decision Tool is available on the Farm Service Agency website. I encourage you to do that. There's also a video that is about 15 or so minutes, I believe, that walks you through that video or that tool on that video and lays out how to use that and how you can put in your own numbers to determine which coverage level is best for you. So then next step then is determine which production level that you would like to cover and whether you want to cover more than just that basic or $4 level. And then time is running out. We have till December the 11th deadline. So you need to make sure that if you need to talk with the FSA office, make an appointment with them, make sure you give them a call and schedule that appointment. Again, December 11th is that deadline. And then I have here some contact information for each of the presenters. If you have any questions that we don't get to today, you certainly can email us and we'd be happy to try to answer those for you.